Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Astara and I'm an angelic communicator and clairvoyant. And I want to talk to you today about something that happens on the twin flame journey. And this is when you're going through a really good phase. Do you remember the good phases? Like maybe when you first meet this person, or when you start feeling the feelings, or when you feel like your heart chakra's awakening, or maybe in that first bit where you're having these amazing dreams and like all of this energy pulsing through your body, probably a Kundalini awakening as well. Like all the good stuff is happening. And at some point you'll begin to question, is is this too good to be true? Is this too good to be true? And you'll notice it be coming up. And the reason I'm bringing this in is because I can feel through the bond of my twin that they're doing that now. They're going through that process. The penny is dropping. Like, oh my God, I've got a connection with this person. Is it too good to be true? So, this is what I want to talk about. And I think it's really important we look at this because if you are in one of those moments, then you know exactly what I mean. And that's because the love feels so otherworldly. It's as if this beautiful universe that is creating everything around us has put the perfect person right in front of you, right in your life, like they were designed specifically and perfectly for you. Now, this is definitely a double take moment. I can remember like the penny dropping, like click, 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 like, oh, I'm having kind of feelings for this person. Oh God, I'm having a lot of feelings. Oh my God, I'm having a huge amount of feelings. Wow, actually, whew, I can't control it. Wow. And then sort of going off on this roller coaster of a feeling and emotion and like love, like pulsing through me like I'd never experienced. I'm really beginning to hone on like logically, I'm rational, I'm a Virgo, like rationally looking at this person and thinking, oh my God, that is the most perfect person for me that ever could be designed, ever. Now, I have worked with people who are on twin flame journeys where they don't necessarily think their person is the perfect one for them on paper. This is kind of weird, but they feel it inside of themselves. And I can remember the feeling coming first, and then it sort of caught my attention enough to look at that person. And the more I began to look at that person, I was like, wow, oh my God, this is like my childhood fantasy. This is like my childhood dream. This is like what I was imagining and reading in books when I was like, younger, a lot younger. And I just kind of forgot about it. I put it on the shelf. I just thought, well, they're never going to turn up, are they? Like, that's just kind of fantasy fiction. Like, where are we going on this? And then this person walks into your life. Do you remember the scene from Practical Magic? Have you seen that movie where the main character, I think, is played by Sandra Bullock and her sister's played by the other actress whose name I can't remember, Nicole Kidman, in that scene where the main character does this spell and she's doing this spell to avoid ever falling in love, isn't she? That's what she's doing. I remember now. And she's basically designing her perfect love, never believing that he could be real. And it was a way of sort of self-protection, wasn't it? Self-protecting herself. And that's often what this connection kind of feels like. It's like your twin flame turns up and suddenly you're face to face with everything you could have imagined, like all these feelings, like better than you could imagine. Better than you could imagine because it's actually real. It's actually in your life. It's actually happening. It's like, oh my God. And it's like, do you actually want to tell anybody? Like, wow, what's happening here? I remember even having this kind of realization dawning on me. Like, it took sort of time, like, to click into my head. Like, wait, can this person actually be real? And they're in my life, and they're like, what, we're in this. Something's happening. So when this love feels that perfect, a part of you might begin to react. And this is what I want to look at in this video, because a part of your mind might begin to say, is this real? This feels too otherworldly. Oh, this feels a bit too much. Like, Oh, this is too good to last. This is too good to be true. And I want to say here, this isn't a sign that something is wrong. It's actually something that happens to us to do with what we believe and feel that we can actually receive. Like, what is believable to us? What can we really allow ourselves to have? Because you'll notice, and there's a thing called upper limiting, like when you get too expansive, when you get too like your dreams are being met and you're on the road to getting them, suddenly you'll begin to regulate yourself and you'll begin to regulate your energy back down to the capacity that you believe or feel you can have for yourself. So this twin flame journey is often mirroring our ability to manifest. And you'll notice that in your other parts of your life, you might have a similar problem. You might have something that's going really well and suddenly it stops. Or maybe you get a job and then you turn up for the job. This happened to me a few years ago. I got this kind of two projects that I was working with. Really happy to get them, working with a really like someone had already always wanted to work with in London. I was really pleased. And I got them. And then when it came to it, they were really hard work. They were really crap, actually, excuse my French, because the people there weren't very nice and it was just pretty pants. Anyway, it was like almost like upper limiting. Like I had an expectation that I might get something good, but actually it'd be like a poison chalice. So it's like looking at those beliefs in my mind, in my system, in my thoughts, in my body, like that believed that maybe things won't quite work out like I want them to, like I need them to. So this is a kind of way of protecting yourself. And it's because in this twin flame journey, your heart is expanding beyond any old limits, any, capacity that it's had before. And your beliefs about what's possible is also being tested. And it's being written or rewritten in real time with this experience, with this person. So, why does this happen? It's often your ego's way of keeping you safe by doubting what is unfamiliar territory. But your inner child and your soul energy knows that that's what you want because it's your frequency match. And it's like, yeah, of course I want this. I've been manifesting this for myself my whole life. But then when it comes up, like your ego's going, no, keep it away, keep it away. And so it reveals in this process your old programming about love. And what you're being taught is what you believe is realistic or unrealistic, and what you believe is believable or unbelievable. What will show up in your life and what will not, what will unfold in your life and what will not, is all based on your belief system about what's possible. So, this is a kind of a test when this happens about receiving energy. Can you allow yourself to have what you've always dreamed of having? Can you allow yourself to really step into that possibility, that probability, that possibility, that expansive energy where everything is in the mix and it's all possible and it's all ready to come towards you? Can you receive it? Can you sit with that long enough before you push it away? And you'll go through this process maybe over and over again. Maybe you'll keep coming back to it, but also your twin will go through this process because you can literally feel them as they're coming out of the matrix, as they're going through their transformational work. They'll be looking at you, they'll be looking at this bond, they might be having crazy dreams and synchronicities and things beginning to click in for them as they awaken. And they'll be looking at you thinking, is this a dream? Is it a mirage? This is the person I wanted to manifest? Like this is who they are? Yet it's too good to be true. And then that fear will step in. Fear, doubt, worry, stress, sometimes even anger and frustration that something's being dangled and then being removed. Because this is the kind of frustrating thing about this, isn't it? Is that you meet them and then you go into separation. Often the divine feminine is being rejected, ghosted, ignored, put at a distance, while the masculine is doing his thing. Because at some level, he knows that when he accepts that energy into his energy field, he's going to have to change. He's going to have to transform. And we all know that the male ego, including my own ego that's masculine, I want to say this, I'm not just pointing the finger at someone else. The male ego does not like change. It does not like to lose its grip. It does not like to lose control. So if you begin to look at this in this way, you kind of begin to see the most amazing thing, your blessing has arrived, your divine love, your divine counterpart who you've been searching for many, many, many lifetimes has suddenly appeared in your life, and they're incredible, and you want that and you want to meet it, but yet they then disappear. And there's something in your voice might in your head might go, the voice in your head might go, oh well, it was too good to be true anyway. Oh, well, that's just how it works out, isn't it? That's just how it works out for me. Or, oh, maybe I imagined it. And you'll hear it clicking around, whirring about, and you might find that this is actually delaying your manifestation. So, this is when we've got to get really present with ourselves. So, when this is happening, try and stay really present. Acknowledge that there is a sweetness in this, the fact that you met them, without attaching any fear of loss. Because what happens when we get really what we want, it will trigger our own fears about losing that thing, about losing that person. And a lot of us are old souls carrying a huge amount of grief and loss and separation and abandonment, or that we're healing. Or part of this journey is we're healing it. So try and ground into your body. Do something kind of really earthly. Walk on the earth with bare feet, drink water, go in the woods, breathe. Do all this kind of things that you need to do to help move past this block that you're putting in for yourself. If you have an opportunity, do some theta healing. Actually, that can be really great. And I can recommend some people who do that. I do that too, but not as much anymore. But look at the beliefs that are blocking you. Look at your blocking beliefs. Affirm that you are worthy, because really, essentially, this is what it comes down to, that a love like this is possible for me. A love like this is actually has been designed and is possible for me. Could it actually be that the universe has been wanting to give you this love your whole life? They've been wanting to give it to you, and it's been designing to give it to you, and this person has arrived, and it's a shame that they're not ready yet, which is why they ran away and separated, but they are in the process of getting ready. That's what they're doing. They're going through a transformation. You're going through a transformation so that you can be ready to believe that that person was put on the planet for you and you were put on the planet for them, and that they will at some point acknowledge it and you will acknowledge it too. So this is a whole belief system here that will be challenged and transformed. So observe yourself and don't judge yourself. It's important to notice that phase, oh, it's too good to be true, as a thought, as a passing kind of cloud, and not as a warning. Because let's gonna open this up a bit. Let's say it is too good to be true. Let's say, oh, it was all a hoax. It was all an illusion. It was all, a moment of madness. Maybe you ate too much cheese and suddenly you're on a twin flame journey and, you can't digest it. So maybe it is like this. But so what? If you take this thought all the way through, in the end, it's your soul yearning for something you really want, and it's manifesting it into your reality. And can you accept it? Can you take it in? So this twin flame kind of connection can really feel like practical magic, like that film, because in a sense, the universe is showing you what's possible when your soul is ready. So don't let any doubts dim this light. Instead, try to expand your belief in love and magic and yourself. And it's interesting, I had a little chat with a client, and they came into union, but it took them a long time. It took them quite a few years. I'm not going to say how many because it freaks people out when we talk about years. Um, but she said she felt it could have been sooner to connect in union with her twin if she had believed it was possible. And this really struck a chord with me. It really made me go on a little bit of a train in my head where I was like, no matter what comes up over the next few weeks, I'm just going to believe that my manifestations in everything are just going to happen. They're just going to come to me. They're just going to happen. So I'm just going to start believing it because, hey, what am I protecting myself from? The truth of it happening or the truth of it not happening? I mean, it's kind of strange. So it's kind of questioning your ego to believe in magic, to believe in yourself. So if this message is resonating with you, let me know. Let me know how you feel about this in the comments. Let me know if you do that kind of blocking process. Because the other thing I want to say here is if you go there in your head, then through the mental telepathy, the bond with your twin, they will also be triggering it. And you'll find you'll be bouncing it between yourself. What is believable? What is not believable? And the matrix twin, because they're coming out of the matrix, will find this harder to believe. Whereas the divine feminines were already awakened spiritually, already believe in unicorns and mermaids and, angels and, think anything can happen. The new earth is birthing, our wombs are portals to the divine. Like, we're already on page with that. It's it's them that are going to take longer to come out of that process, and they will be doing a lot of rational questioning about what is real. And to be able to step over your own upper limits and allow them to expand into what is essentially a higher dimensional reality where life force can move through your life, can transform your life, can bring you what you did want and desire, and to bring you the design that you designed. No one else designed this person, you designed it, and they're coming in for you. Can you accept it? When it's sitting on your doorstep, can you welcome it in? So, if this message really worked for you, I just want you to know that you are worthy of a love that feels like a dream. You are worthy of this love, because that's another aspect to the divine feminines which we're going to have to move over to really know that welcoming this into your life is your divine birthright. This is not happening by mistake. This is not happening by mistake. Believe me, if it was a mistake, why are we having this same experience in the collective? It's a very strange mistake because it's not. It's by design. And your experiences here are real. They are happening. There, if you look in the comments, lots of people are having a similar experience. So we are setting up a template here for true love to return to earth. That's what we're doing. And your stories, all the old stories about how love never works out, men are like this, women are like this, blah, blah, blah. All this distortion that we've had to deal with, and we're like throwing up from our unconscious, our subconscious, and vomiting on our realities. And so we just keep repeating the same things again and again and again. We have got to break this pattern. And we are pattern breakers. I'm going, so we're having a divine moment here because I'm feeling the energy of this. We are pattern breakers. We came in to change this matrix, to restore it to the natural order. And we are removing the distortion by just being here, by rewriting the stories, by awakening to what is the truth. And the truth is that you have always been worthy of love. Your divine counterpart is worthy of love, that you incarnated in this time to meet your counterpart, otherwise, it wouldn't have happened. And this is about believing in the magic that you called in, the manifestation that you called in, and allowing it to come to you. So, thank you for joining me on this beautiful journey, this crazy, challenging, bizarre journey that we're on. If you want to do more work with me, then book a twin flame session. I would love that. It's really amazing to meet my lovely divine feminines. You are incredible people. You are incredible inspirations and incredible souls. So you can go to my website or you can go to my Instagram and have a look there and see what I'm offering. I do offer workshops as well. And just take a deep breath and see where we're going on this journey.